WWE Raw advertised a WWE Championship rematch between new WWE Champion Bobby Lashley and The Miz, and a potential apology from Shane McMahon to Braun Strowman. Last week's broadcast of WWE Raw garnered 1.884 million viewers for Bobby Lashley's WWE Championship win as the first to third-hour viewership held up better than any in 2021. Bobby Lashley did an interview moments before his WWE Championship match and he was wearing a whole suit. In the time Miz cut a long, but solid, promo, Lashley managed to get into full gear. The Miz admitted he expected to get his ass handed to him by Bobby Lashley, and very rarely is a heel this honest about their chances. There was an "I'll believe it when I see it" feel to this WWE Championship match given the baiting and switching that went on in this exact same situation last week. The second this match went to commercial break before the finish, it had gone on too long. Drew McIntyre watching backstage all but confirms that the plan is for McIntyre and Lashley to compete for the WWE Championship. Bobby Lashley absolutely annihilated The Miz in this one, just as he should have. This version of screaming Braun Strowman that I saw tonight reminded me of Strowman at his peak in 2017. In a rarity in pro wrestling, Shane McMahon simply apologized and kept it moving. I expect him to expand on just what he was apologizing for next week. Between the last 2 weeks, Sheamus and Drew McIntyre might have taken years off of each other's careers. The piped-in "This is awesome" chant was the least WWE could do for these two who once again had a helluva physical match. If this isn't the conclusion of Drew McIntyre vs. Sheamus, whatever they presumable have planned for Fastlane figures to be insane. For those wondering why Kofi Kingston and Xavier didn't match, they kind of did as they were paying homage to Scorpion and Sub-Zero of Mortal Kombat fame. The New Day has had a residency in WWE's Hotel California for what seems like an eternity. The New Day was tasked with watching Riddle's scooter backstage, and I can assure you all parties involved are above this brand of comedy. After Riddle's victory, the announce team played it up like Ali was going to have to face Riddle for the United States Championship next week as some form of punishment. RETRIBUTION's future very well may depend on whether or not Mustafa Ali beats Riddle next week. This was an extremely awkward segment that was essentially Shane McMahon talking in between heavy breathing. By the end of whatever happened here, I'm pretty sure it's finally safe to assume Shane McMahon is the heel in this feud. Reginald failed upwards by getting fired yet still being able to go on both Raw and SmackDown because Nia Jax thinks he's cute. If this truly is the end of Carmella and Reginald as a tandem, then what a confusing split that was. Lana delivered an abysmal baseball slide dropkick through Naomi's legs to Reginald.